I'd want to know why you're here. What motivated you to come back? What's
Show us
what
the
your
process. Show us the
Do it.
process.
Do it.
Yeah, do it.
Show us the
Okay.
process.
Do it.
Come on up, Jenna. Jenny, sorry, I've got
Jamie.
Jenny.
I call her Janet.
I've got genuinely bad hearing. Janet.
I am Janet, and my nickname is Janny.
Jenny, okay. Thank you, Jenny. I'll get to meet you, Jenny. So I want to ask some questions then, if that's all right. We'll do a live example.
Sweetheart, take notes.
So, Jenny, what's inspired you to come back?
Well, I always wanted to come back.
Yeah.
I had a miracle, which you've heard, some of you have heard, on the products in 96 or 95. Worked the business for about 6 years. What I should have done was go to bed for 2 years in my Nikken cocoon and heal before I started shouting from the rooftops and traveling the world, telling people. I just got too excited. I got burnt out. I had some family problems, and nothing was stable enough in my world.
Yeah.
And it has continued to be, family members in jail and having strokes and kids in head-on collisions. And I just, every year I think I'm coming back.
Yeah.
And my only motivation is that people need these products.
Yeah. I like that.
But what made it happen this month is that I fell in love with a man who wants a new career. I
Not
talked
me.
to him.
She looked at me.
He visits my house. Every bed has a Nikken mattress on it. His back hurts, and he's using these products. So the conversation came up. I said, one of the reasons that I was not successful, I'm a silver with one platinum leg. That's not unsuccessful, but I never got to gold. But he says, well, I said, one of the reasons I didn't get the results I wanted was because I'm very good at teaching, the compassion, explaining, getting the product out, and I just can't ask people to spend their money. I leave the product where I loan it. I said, I'm not a closer. He says, I am a closer. I said, all right, you need to look at this.
So what are his thoughts, Jenny?
Well,
Has he had a look yet?
he's been here all weekend.
Okay.
And
Is he your guest?
Yes.
Okay,
And
fantastic.
he's from Germany, which makes me all the more excited to have you as my upline, because you know Europe.
I do, yeah.
Yes. He also speaks fluent French.
Oh, that's very
He
good.
has parents and family and friends all over Germany still.
Yeah.
Mother has osteoporosis.
Yeah.
And so anyway, he wanted to take a look at it. And by the way, he has just decided to join. That is why now, and this is, there's so many forces at work and why you show up at a certain place at a certain time, but could it be more perfect that I
Yeah.
decide to come back just as everything is beginning
Coming to
again?
place, yeah.
And Thursday, I was so worried that I was gonna be disappointed because the Nikken as I knew it had failed somehow. And it's going to be changed. Am I still gonna wanna be in this business? You're leading with nutrients and skincare. I wanna sell mattresses and,
Yeah, and you can do that.
yeah, but at the end of Thursday, I was more excited than ever. It's like,
Yeah.
why didn't we start out with this model?
Yeah.
That's
We
it.
weren't ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Jenny, so if I understand correctly, you've had incredible product experiences. You've had a difficult personal journey these last few years.
Yes,
You've got a new love in your life,
yes.
which is great. And it seems to me that he's got strengths that complement your weaknesses,
Yes.
and vice versa. So you've got great product knowledge, great product experience, great testimonials, Nikken home. He knows how to close. He wants to build a business. So what's your, as you're getting re-engaged now as a partnership here as a team, what would you like to see happen? What's your goals?
Like I said, my goal is to get product on people.
Yeah,
His goal is to make $2,000 or $3,000 a month
Yeah.
to live on.
yeah,
And because we're in love and we're dancers, we're
yeah,
old-time polka dancers, and we travel, we plan to travel the country, following our favorite bands,
yeah.
seeing our family, and going to Nikken events.
Lovely.
And everywhere we go, people
You
come
forgot
to
the,
us
you
and
forgot
tell
the
us what
Nikken,
they need.
you forgot the Nikken van.
Yeah.
She wants a Nikken
So,
van.
and we want to be all over North America and Europe and just
Okay.
talking to new people all the time and
Yeah.
enjoying each other.
So let me ask a question then. you wanna make $2,000 a month to live on.
He did, and if he does, I will.
Yeah, that's great. Well, would you prefer to make that, sharing your experience with the products and your love of the products, or would you like to do that building a business? So getting retail, doing it through retail, building a business, or maybe a combination of both? What's your preference?
When I left the business, I made the decision that when I came back, I thought it would be 6 months, not 15 years.
Yeah,
But I'm going to do retail. One of
Yeah.
the biggest challenges for me was, as a silver with a platinum line, was just trying to make that $2,000 a month so I get a paycheck.
yeah,
And I kept charging product on my credit card just to get that paycheck.
Yeah.
I lost my home doing that.
yeah.
So I just had some personal things. I'm not going to go over the debt for this business.
Good.
If I want a new motor home, which is my Nikken van, Nikken earnings will buy it for me.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I will protect myself.
Good,
But
good.
I just feel like everything's gonna be so much easier.
Yeah,
You know, and 15 years of personal growth, I'm a different person. You know, I can get sucked into everybody's needs and their pain, and these distributors who don't really wanna work, they just want me to talk to them for 3 hours.
yeah,
And I would just be sucked into that.
yeah,
I don't think I'm that person anymore.
good. That's all right, so I'm mindful of time. Just as we went through that conversation together there, do you notice the balance of conversation? Who did most of the talking?
She did.
Yeah? How much did we learn in that process?
A lot.
Do we know what to do with the guest?
Yes.
Yeah? Do we know what his strengths are?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah? Do we see what their goals are?
Yes.
Okay, so it's really just lead by asking questions. Yeah?
Speaking of which, we got a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Questions?
So,
Go ahead, gentlemen first and then you second.
Are you still a silver or did you drop out completely?
Oh, I'm a silver.
Okay, so she's coming back and starting the process, doing customers 1,500 points a month like you're saying.
Yeah.
And whatever she had before will still be her
Right.
business.
Yeah, and that's one of the points I wanted to get to, was she said today, I looked in my organization, there's 45 people,
36.
36 people. What do we do with them?
Yeah.
That was a big question that because I'm like, well, we should do something, let's ask Ben. I think a lot of them are those disguised distributors that have
Yeah.
been loyal customers.
And what's interesting though, I do think there's going to be a lot of these customers that have been disguised as distributors that will actually probably be quite invigorated by this because they've got such long, loyal product experience.
Well, one of the things she said was, should I send them all a letter and tell them about my decision?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
And that's the because that's the advice I got from Kurt and Ben.
yeah,
Whenever I said, I know there's some people leaving, I'm staying, and Kurt came right back and said, send everybody a letter and let them know.
yeah,
So, Ruth first.
I just want to know, so people that I go back and call my genealogy that were really customers but are still consultants, and to tell them what I've chosen to decide to do, then if they say they do want to continue to do the business even though they haven't, I was gonna say, well, you know what that means, because it's different than what it used to be.
Mm.
So I was gonna create my own requirements to say, well, you really
So you gotta communicate your position.
right, so I was gonna create my own requirements to say, you really need to have, 3 QEs, which is 3 customers that do 500, you have to go find that, you have to go talk to people. And by the way, when you become silver, or if you're still silver and already get paid, you need to find new customers
yeah,
every month, retail sales. That stuff has never been implemented in the past, right?
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
plan on saying that that's part of the requirement,
Yeah, and
to
I
determine.
Yeah, I think it's also important to communicate that if they do nothing on their anniversary, something is gonna happen.
Okay.
yeah,
Which is they're gonna re-up or they're going to be customerized, right?
yeah, yeah.
Excellent, nice.
I was gonna mention that I've had the same phenomenon from all the emails. Thank you for the support there, because
Yeah.
I've had people calling me and saying, what's going on? I've been feeling like I wanna get going again, and I love what I've seen, so
Yeah,
thank you for
yeah.
that.
Do you agree that something else to look for as a quality of someone that might be good to upgrade from customer is the drive to do the big business?
Yeah, they're gonna have a reason.
Dream,
Yeah.
The reason they can
Yeah.
see the dream.
Yeah. But keep in mind, the dream is a personalized dream, it's their dream. Yeah, their dream might be $2,000 to $3,000 a month. Yeah, or it might be, I wanna have $100,000 a month, or just $500 a month. Yeah, but whatever that dream is, again, it's ask the questions.
we got a question right here.
I'm new to all of this, but can you really tell someone they can't be a
consultant.
Can you not tell them they can't be?
So if you're saying, I wanna upgrade, I can say
Yeah.
no?
Yeah, do
I think it's not so much no as it is, do you know what's required by you to be upgraded? In other words, are you prepared to go put a database of customers in? Because you've been using the product, you love the product for 6 months, but you haven't told anybody about your experience. You want me to upgrade you for $99 so you can start telling people? Why don't you start telling people, let's see how that goes, and I'd be happy to upgrade you based on that. So that's my attitude, I don't know what your
Yeah,
attitude's gonna be.
I've used
Yeah.
that a couple times, actually, somebody wanted to, and I said, you know what, go, and I think you said it in San Antonio, where I said, you know what, why don't you go find a couple of customers, and I'll, tell me who they are, they'll order through me, I'll track it, and once you've earned that $99, then you'll have earned the right to come in and be a.
And somebody said, why are you doing that, William? And it was real simple. It was that first box. I'd much rather have them at 25% rather than have them in the second box at, buying wholesale and not understanding why we're not getting the points. Just leave them where they're at.
So,
And 2 more questions, and then we gotta go.
I have a woman who signed up just for the discount, and she told me flat out, I'm not gonna do this as a business, but I want the discount. Now, when her anniversary comes up, I can just switch her to a customer,
And automatically does it, I believe. She automatically.
automatically will drop to a customer.
Unless you renew.
Unless she renews.
Correct.
Okay, perfect. So
Yep.
we haven't done that.
This is an advanced question for diamonds and royal diamonds. You work really hard and then you have a leg drop out. But with the old plan, we had to continue to qualify that leg to then rebuild a
Yeah.
new structure. So if I've got a dead platinum, but I still have to qualify that in order to get paid. But in this new plan, what is your suggestion for us that have
Well,
things like that?
There was an enhancement to the plan, which I'm not sure if everyone picked up on. It's a real good one for diamonds and above. Rather than needing, if you're a diamond, 3 platinum legs
Right,
or 6
six
golds,
silvers.
it's just 6 silvers or 3 golds
Right.
for diamonds and above.
Well-
And that's anywhere in depth.
Right, but it's still width, right?
Yeah.
It's not 6 silvers in one
No,
leg.
yes, yeah, it'll be 6
Wait.
separate legs.
But in the meantime, while you're building those width, what do we do in order, because we have these dead legs?
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
yeah.
So that's what I've been doing is rebuilding. So the 6 silvers made it a lot easier,
Yeah,
but I still have that dead platinum leg that I gotta qualify in order to get paid.
yeah.
I just sold mine.
Yeah, well, mine can't
Yeah.
sell because she doesn't wanna sell it.
I probably need to, in order to answer the question, because it's such a personalised question, I probably need to look at the details of your organisation. Going back to that one before, be able to ask more questions.
Last question.
I was, to build on the question about the distributor moving into customer, if that's really their intent, would it be, and their anniversary's not for 4 or 6 months, would it be smart to transfer them into customer status? Because one, they actually get a little bit of savings, and you get more.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where that communicate, it'll be interesting what happens when you start calling down, because had I made that call, which I didn't, on my second level to Janny, I would have realized that she was on her way to Logan. Now, fortunately, that didn't bother her. She picked up the phone and called me and said, I'm going to Logan. But I wonder what would happen if we actually did reach down and start communicating.
Yeah.
So any comments on my new sponsor? Just so you know, I'm the one that, found my sponsor. Okay, so anybody wants to know where the credit lies, it lies with me. Welcome aboard, my man. All right, everybody.